So this is Ranch Simulator. Yeah, I played this game, and it's fun, but there's a lot of stuff that, a few things that bug me, and then there's stuff that I would totally do over again, so I'm going to do them over again. I made this character right before I started this video, and it's, I basically just went in and hit random a whole lot. That's what I did with my last one too. As I play, I'll probably start coming up with like a backstory for him, because one thing about these simulator games, is there's no characters. So I kind of like to make them up to amuse myself. Plus I just talk while I'm playing, which is why I was told I should video that. So okay, new game. Name the file, we'll call it Farmalicious. That's a good name. My last one was called Ranchera, and I think I called the ranch Bruh Ranch because I have teenagers. So, takes a minute. Oh, I haven't seen this before, but cool. This is good because I really don't want to do the tutorial, so I'm going to skip it. If you haven't played this game before, the tutorial's worth it because you learn some of the basic controls. But I'm gonna skip it for this one because yeah. So here I am, base movement. So it still pops up this stuff. So when I bring up my stuff, you see you have a pistol. It doesn't come loaded, so you have to load it yourself. So I'll quickly do that because in the early game here, one of the most useful things you can do is harvest wildlife, hunting. You have 3 fields across here. That won't come into play until way later. So let's run over and look at what the farm looks like after the tutorial. The tutorial had you like tear down the old farmhouse and a bunch of stuff, and I just didn't want to go through all that. I just want to start working on building my farm. How much money do I have? Household balance $1,100. That's not bad. Won't get you too far, but it'll get you started. So you have one building right there. It's pretty much empty, except I think the vehicle's in there. The tent is your house until you build something else. I tore this down, and I probably will again. But let's get started. It said, is this the cheap chicken coop? No, that's just garbage. Is there a chicken coop? I thought it said there was chickens. Is it way back there where it's totally useless? Oh man, that's gonna be a pain because it's way in the wrong spot. You can't move stuff. What's this? Oh, it's a saw. Nice. Gonna need that. I got a couple chickens in there, but no way to feed them. And alright, we're gonna have to get some chicken feed. I wish that was operational. Alright, well, it looks like we're gonna be working over here instead of over there, so I'll be building my farm over here. I'm just gonna place this. You can move this around later, so it does have to be fueled. So with the ATV, I think there will be some fuel. Let's see what we got. A lot of junk. Alright, the ATV is running. Fuel can right there, and of course it is empty. So I'll put it in here because I'm going to need to fill it. This has just enough fuel to get somewhere. Can't really go anywhere if I don't have the doors open. Since this is just a junk pile, I'm not going to bother. Okay. Sweet. Alright, since I don't have any materials to take care of my chickens, I have no food, no water. I didn't see the water jug unless it's... Let's look around. There was a water jug to start the last time. There's got to be one. egg basket. Let's go look. No. I don't see a water jug. Let's see if it's inside here. Wish you could keep using these old buildings. There it is. Nice. Alright, that's what we use for water. This is a letter from your good friend. Come join the family ranch. Blah, blah, blah. Neat. Anyway, there's just junk in here. But I'm going to need this water for the chickens. Because I'm not going to have the resources to build a well yet. So, I'll take it back to put it over by the coop, since that's going to be my base of operations. Like how lazy he sits in this. That was a pretty good skid stop. So the driving in this is kind of a no. It's fun and not fun. I think this can just, will it sit up there? Oh, it turned green for a sec. You know, I need it on the edge of something. That will work. Yeah, so I can fill from it. All right. So I need to get fuel. I need to get feed for the chickens. And I should get a cooler. Rains a lot in this game. I've often wondered what the miles per hour down there is, if it's actual miles per hour, because none of these vehicles can go fast like this was in the US, right? 44 miles an hour feels pretty fast when you're in a UTV like this, but that's about as fast as the rest of the vehicles go too. But I don't know if it's kilometers, because in kilometers, like, if that's 44 kilometers an hour, that's only like 10 American or something. That's not good. All right. All I know is I go way faster than everybody else, and fuel is at like 1980s prices, $1 a gallon, assuming it's gallons. If it's liters, it's still cheap, because I've heard how much Europeans pay for fuel. Yeah. So that thing, there we go. Alright, now we got a bunch of fuel. We are good to go on that front. Now we can go down and take a shortcut. Whoa, this is the whole point of having a UTV. Off-road. Whoa. Oh yeah. Okay. I gotta get to the general store, which is down the road here. That building's where you buy vehicles and stuff. In the intro, if you do that, it'll send you over there to talk to a realtor for no reason, and you'll install a radio on your UTV here, so you get to know the dealership. This is the general store. Get up. It has the least convenient customer entry ever. And then, oh, I should show you this. Like, you can talk to this lady, right? That's it. That's all she tells you. She's like, she says in the next room, but it's literally right next to her desk. Go over to the terminal and do it. My job is to just sit here like that. A record, huh? I don't have a record player. Okay, I need one of these. I'll show you why. We need some of this. For now, that's probably it. I don't have a rooster, so I'm not going to scope. You know what? I'm going to buy a rooster. Yeah. What kind? Oh, like, I think I like that one. I'm going to buy one of those. And then I will need an ovoscope. Candler, if you've ever owned chickens. That's what that's called. I think that's it. I'd like to get a dog, but I have a terrible track record with dogs. My last game, I had 3 dogs, and all 3 of them died. Let's buy all this. It's about half our money. One of them got eaten by a bear. I showed up just in time to shoot the bear, but not before the dog was already dead. One of them, he got lost, I guess, on my property. Like, he never even left the property. I just found him randomly in the back part of the property when I went to look for him, and he was just dead. And I was like, oh man. And then the last one got lost and never did find him. That was the little dachshund. They blend in. They're hard to find, hard to see. And I don't like the dog just following me around because they get in the way a lot. So I start to feel bad because the dog's dying all the time. So eventually I just was like, I don't need a dog. I'll have a scoop. Alright. I'm going to need some lumber too. So eventually here, oh, big wreck over there. Bad things. We'll take this shortcut home. But we'll do it on the Dukes of Hazzard way. Cool, yeah. Yeah, Bowen will look a little better at that. Okay. Driving. All this trash gonna have to get cleaned up. Okay. So first, let's grab this guy. Hey ladies, got you a boyfriend. Click. Got a lot of Unreal Engine. Pretty sure that's what this is in. Okay, the fuel, gonna need that. Gonna need some chicken feed, so I'll just place it here. There's your feed. First thing I gotta build is a trough, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to, I didn't want that running. I'm gonna have to figure out how to build a trough. I'm gonna have to cut some trees and whatnot. So I carry a cooler with me when I do this stuff, and the reason I do that, I wish you could put it in the front seat. The reason I do that is because you kill random wild animals and you need a place to put their meat. Otherwise you fill up the bed of your vehicle with random pieces of meat and they don't stack well. Gonna need that down for what we're about to do, and I'll just start with the nearest ones because they're the ones that are most likely to be in the way. So this one, whoops, I lost there we go. Chop. Timber. And then we get logs. And then the logs get turned into wood. Eventually, this saw is really slow. Okay. Man, I really want some M&Ms or something. It's got caffeine. It's been a long day. And then just for aesthetics, I get rid of those too. Alright, build mode. Let's build a trough, which I think is in this menu. Fences, yeah, there we go. Feed trough and a water trough. So we'll do the water first. And we'll just put it, I don't know. Here's nice, I guess. Like that. And then So that we're not wasting feed, I will also build this. And we'll put it like over here, I think. Straighten that out. Like that. And then eventually, I think we'll build a fence around all this. But first, let's grab this. And there goes 6 of them for a water trough. Now, oh, I forgot to get a bucket. Shoot. I need a bucket to fill the water trough. Damn it. Driving back to town. Turn that off. Man, I knew I forgot something. I'm going to cut through the fields. It's weird, I haven't seen any wildlife. I wonder why. Because I remember seeing lots of wildlife the first play. Hey, there's one. See if I can hit it. Got him. Hope Sheriff's not around, because this is straight up poaching. And put them in a cooler. So I do that because in the early game here, that's a quick way to make cash. You see how fast I did that? I think that's about 45 bucks worth of meat. We'll find out because I'm going to go in and sell it. But if I recall, it's about $45. So go to the sell tab. Yep, 45 bucks. See? Easy money. There's the water bucket. The wood buckets, the steel buckets are useful later, but I associate these with the water, so I'm going to use those. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. So I'll just get this and call it good. All right. Wow, it's almost 4 o'clock already. Oh, ooh, I made it through without, I thought I slammed that tree head on. Okay. So, wow, I didn't aim right though. So I missed the tree, but I ended up on the wrong end of the property. But that's okay, because I'm going to cut a couple of these trees down too, I think. First I gotta figure out what's in the way. After, ooh. Oh man, I don't think I can hit him. Nice. Whoops. I'm freaking, wow. Freaking marksman over here. I just took down a deer with a pistol from like 200 yards. Plop, plop, grab. All right. Throw this back in and then get back on task. I like to have it right on the edge so that I don't have anything interfering, so I can maximize the amount of stuff I can haul, because that's a pretty small bed. So alright, I can mount it here. That fills it really slow. While that's filling, I'm going to cut down another tree. Maybe. There we go. And while I'm at it, only 2? Wow, cheap treat. So this is full. Fill that up, put it back. I don't think the yellow jug actually has to be on the edge. I just feel like it should be on the edge because when I use one of those kind of jugs in real life, it has to be on the edge. So, I think. Oops, sorry, chicken. I need these other 2 too. And chop these. Cool. Feed bin's built. So the chickens are covered. That was basically the big goal for the day. I'm gonna work on some better buildings as well. So we'll get going on basic structures, I guess. So let's check these eggs. This, I don't like this part. This is like not a favorite part of the game for me because it's tedious and touchy. I need a table. That's going to be one of the first things I make so that I'm not going through all this BS. Let's see if this one. Eventually I'll get a second egg basket and I'll show you why. It makes sorting the eggs a lot easier. Alright, so we got 2 eggs. That's like $20 or something in the game. That's how much it's worth. Okay, so we've got all that done. Now we need to start thinking about the grand plan. I'm going to clean up some garbage and think about what I want to build. I wish you could recycle this stuff. That would be cool. But you can't, so there you go. You just like basically disappear it. It doesn't, there's no like where does this go? And this big thing I feel like is in my way. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Supposedly there's oil on the property somewhere, but it's gonna take too long to go hunt it down. I got things to do. So I have a tent for basic shelter, and I have these chickens, and the coop is decent enough for now. It doesn't need to be bigger. So beehives are an easy way to make money in this early game. I don't remember if that vehicle will hold animals other than chickens. I'm kind of thinking it won't. And I don't know that I want to like go all the way to goats right away. Or pigs. Pigs are worth a lot of money, but you also have to have a lot of setup. So first things first, I'm going to need some sort of just a little work table. So I'm going to build that really quick. Work table. It's under one of these tabs. Oh, there it is on the first page of that one. And a well. I'm going to need a well. But that's down the line because you have to have concrete for that. So here's a good spot for a work table. One of the things I don't like about this game as well is when you build stuff, that's your build. You can't move it. And that's super annoying. So I need 9 planks, which I do not have right here. There's 6 of those 9. Nice. So let's chop down another tree. And right now I'm close enough that it's not worth trying to stack them in my machine. It's easier to just run back and forth because that saw is super slow. One of the first things I'll buy is probably a lumber trailer after I get the truck, because the truck is super useful. And I know it can hold the bigger animals. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go dairy production this time. I think I just needed 3 more, right? Yeah. Cool. Now I can move this. Put it right here. And then I'll move that to put it right next to it. Nice. Okay, we got a table, a workspace. We got our chickens covered. So now, in the last game, the first thing I did was I built a sort of shelter and workshop. But I don't know that I need that right off the bat. It was a lot of work. These farmhouses are even worse. Look at the kind of resources you need for these. Like tons of concrete and metal. That stuff's all expensive. If I start getting into bigger animals, I will need a barn, but I'm not interested in making one right now. The coop that I have is good enough for what I need for this moment. I do need a well. For that, I'm going to have to go buy concrete. And I want fencing around this chicken coop. So I think first thing I'll do is I'll place some fencing that will probably get built tomorrow. And it doesn't need to be a lot of fencing, so like probably like this. I'll do. So I've learned with fencing that what you have to do is you have to lay it out and then delete parts of your layout for wherever you want to have like what's it doing? Why is it doing that to the book? That's weird. It doesn't matter. I may end up having to do this tomorrow. But get this and move it. I'm going to put it in back of here so it doesn't get lost track of. Move this thing to, I don't know, arbitrary, it doesn't matter. And these I will just load into some fence where I know I'm not going to have, so that's not going to be a gate. And then back to designing this fence. So along here, we do that. And how big do I want this? So this needs to turn that corner like that. This backwards, that's why it's not hooking up right. This needs to attach to that. Maybe I'm forward. Man, it's hard to see in the dark. I have this light on for me so that you can see me in the camera, and it's makes it really hard to see in the dark in the game. Okay, so it is pivoting from my side, so that's weird. So I have to figure out why isn't it attaching there? Why is it being so weird? Stupid. I may have to give up on this and do it tomorrow. So there we go, and then we have to turn off the light, my headlight here to see what I'm doing. See, this is why it's going to be janky, because I can't see. So this stuff, I don't know if it's going to line up or not. Did it? Pretty close. So next we're going to put this a gate in right here. That lined up. All right, and then I need a gate Okay, so I think that's our design. Yeah. So, whoops, I keep hitting the wrong button. Alright, so it's time to go and take a nap. I'm just gonna run over there on my 2 feet. And then I'm gonna regret it. So this is my habit. Yeah. I sleep. I get up, manually save the game because I don't trust the autosaves, and then back to work. Guy runs weird. It's like he got a stick up his butt. There's a log I probably couldn't see because it was dark. And yeah. Alright, looking pretty awesome. So that's designed, I just need to do it, and then I need a well. And for convenience sake, the well should be close to the chicken coop. So I will place it like right here. Yeah, that feels good. Now I need more wood. I'm gonna have to, that's what I'm gonna spend the day doing, is chopping and processing wood. So there's the first of them. You guys good on food and water still? Sweet. Then oh, I need to get rid of that gas can. It's gonna be in the way. And I need to turn this thing off. Doesn't need to be running. Hey. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here to chop wood, I think. So there's one. This one will be a bunch of them. I still haven't thought of a backstory for this guy yet. He's gotta have something. I mean, look at the guy. He's a little bit chubby. Kinda has the dad bod and the beard going on. He doesn't look like me, because anyway, so I'll have to, I gotta come up with some sort of story for this guy though. Why isn't it letting me put it in the car? Well, that was weird. Alright, I'll start it on that side. Grab another one. This is I think inherent to Unreal Engine, because a lot of these sims are using it, and they all have this same loading and unloading vehicles kind of dynamic that's terrible. But yeah, I don't know. Alright, so I'm just stacking wood in here. This is one of the reasons I end up getting the log trailer early on, because you can just run over to it and throw them in there. You don't have to do any stacking. You just hit E and the log is in there. You're good to go. So there's none of this part, which is not very, I don't know, ergonomic. I use that word a lot, and it doesn't always fit what I'm talking about. But because of what I do for a living, I think of that word a lot. Come on, man, just go in there. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to move, well, let me chop this, and then I'm going to move that so it's a little closer. Yeah. So if you're listening when I get in the vehicles, if you haven't played this game before, you get in the vehicle with the E key, and then you actually have to start the vehicle in order to drive it. So you can be in the vehicle and you can do stuff like turn the headlights on and all kinds of things, but you can't actually drive until you start the ignition. And then when you drive forward or reverse, there's this long pause between when you push the button to drive and you actually start moving. So that pause, I push the button for a full second at least, Okay, so we got our logs. That's pretty good positioning, so I can grab them without having to move around a lot. So the goal here is to just process these as quickly as possible. Oh, the saw's turned around because I can do it from here. Yeah, the idea is to just process these as quickly as possible. One of the other things I do early in the game is I try to get the big saw faster. The deluxe table saw. Because a lot of the stuff I do in this game is wasting money if you think about it, but it is like ergonomics. It's all for convenience, just to speed things up and make them way less tedious. So you can see how slow this is. The bigger saw is about double this rate. So I'm going to do this and then build all that fence. That's our goal. So, this officially counts as day 1. So apparently you have day 0. Yesterday did not count towards our total day count on up there. I didn't make this game. Okay. So now we can run over here and just start placing planks and building a fence while we're sawing wood. If you haven't realized, you can carry 8 planks, which is a pretty good amount. I think it was just 2 more I needed for this piece, right? Oh, it was 1 more. Hey, I'll throw one towards that. Why not? Gonna have to go buy some concrete at some point and finish that well, and then we're gonna have to cut down some more trees to finish this. So that's what we're looking at, is probably going to be most of the day. This is what we'll end up doing pretty much all day. That's the last log out of there. Alright, since we're cutting trees close to home, I'm going to move that cooler so I can fit a few more logs in the little UTV there. Okay. Ooh. Alright. See how tedious this is? Anyway, before this is done, need to check for eggs really quick. Just one. Oh, she squawked. This is probably fertilized. That's usually a good indication. Yep, see that? So fertilized eggs, I always find a place to put them specifically so I don't have to try to keep track of them. So for this, I'm going to put them in the coop like that. And that's going to have to be good enough. So, okay. When this grain pile goes down, we'll fill that with grain. So now we got more tree chopping to do. Let's move to a different part of the property to do some. This looks like a good spot. Eventually I do just start buying wood. I forgot to dump the because it is simpler. Like it removes all this tedium, but also your trees on this property don't grow back. You have to go buy and plant seedlings to do that. And I kind of like having trees on the property, so I only chop my own trees down until I can't, or till I can afford to just buy lumber. Which again, I'm sure hardcore players and nickel and dimers are going to say that's wasting money, but I do a lot of stuff for convenience, and then I do stuff because some of the stuff I do is because if this was real life, that's how I would also do it. So it's funny, I have this virtual chicken coop over there, and then if I walk out my back door in my real life, there's also a chicken coop. This is it's weird. I grew up on a farm, and I'm doing it for fun in a game. Chop this one. Chop. 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 Okay. Man, I hate this stacking mech. It's dumb. Is that the last one? Yeah. Oh no, there's one more. Okay, let's go process these. It's just this repeatedly. So, whoa, wait. I didn't look at the screen. Let's see, line this up. That's probably good. Yeah. So the first part of the game is a lot of tedium to get things set up. And then the funny thing is half this will get torn down because I either won't like the placement or I will move on to something bigger. Like that chicken coop's a good starter coop, but it doesn't take very long before you realize that you really shouldn't have something bigger. Chopping wood. I guess now I'm milling wood. It looks like one of those chubs that leaves his big job in the city to come live in the country and work the farm. I'm starting to work out his backstory. Just be careful it doesn't turn into some crappy Hallmark movie. Who's he gonna date? The lady at the store? That's like the only, outside of a couple of ranchers, like an old lady and a weird dude, that's like the only rancher dude, those are the only people I've seen in this. There's a crap ton of random cars just driving around, same 3 or 4 models. Alright, we're getting pretty far along. I'm gonna grab some of these and go build fence. Sup, chicken? Wow. Just blasting through this. I may not have to cut any more trees. I may end up with a little half decent sized stockpile. Alright, there's all that. So, since my saw is over here, I'm going to use this as my stack point for lumber. I'll just stack this on top of those, actually. No? Alright, I'll stack it right next to them. It's all the same. Oh, I still have all this to do. I don't have to do this now, but this is going to make future me happier. So I guess I should do it. We'll go get some concrete so we can finish off that well. Yeah. It's 1500, so 3 o'clock. Yeah. Still got some time in the day. The last one there. So now if you haven't played the game, you're about to find out where the hardware store is, the only other spot in town that matters. There's a bank where you can get stuff, and apparently a bank where you can get a loan. I've never actually gone in and done that, but I didn't want it to be running. Okay, so I can leave the fuel can in there, but it doesn't automatically fuel it, and you need to be inside the coop. So, la-da. Right. Let's go buy some. Whoops. Slow down there, buckaroo. Let's go buy some concrete. I don't remember how much we need. It's like 20 or something. I'll get one of the big bags probably. Getting half decent at kind of drifting this thing a little bit, hitting those corners at top speed. Alright, so here's the hardware store, but you have to pull into around back because that's where the stuff that you buy shows up. Whoops. I just talked about how good I was getting at driving, and then I did that. So, jeez. So the big shopping cart here. Sometimes I just pull a whole vehicle inside here. Yeah, I know how the shop terminals work, thanks. Okay, 250 or... Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend it. So, this will be an early purchase. This is an early purchase. And then the rest of this is down the line. So I might do some bees, but I'm not going to do them right away like I did the last time because it's boring. When I have more time to be running around hunting for beehives, that's when I'll set that up. And alright, so that's the hardware store. Pretty quick and cool. Driving through town here. There's stuff I haven't done in town that I probably will do in this game too. So one of these is a bank. I don't know which one. So I'll drive around and look at them. I don't know what that is. This looks like a bank. Let's go find out. Thrifty something something. Maybe it's a thrift store. I don't know. And then there's this stuff over here. The supermarket, you can't go in there. I don't know what Cinevo is. That looks like a building you can enter. No? Slevo, whatever that is. these look like a bank? I know there's a burger joint, but all you can do, you can't actually get anything there. You can just go in and order and sell pork to them. That place right there, Best Burger. It's like a really. Anyway, eventually figure out where that bank is. I'm sure. Dude, totally my fault, but I'm still gonna blame you. All right. Whoa. I wish I had a turret. I'm not gonna get the Bambi. I got stuff to do, and it's already 5 o'clock. Whoa, another one. Yeah, see, in the early game here, they're everywhere. As the game went on last time, I saw fewer and fewer of them. Okay, we're right. Yeah, I didn't have a bear come in last time, but I had, I kept reading this stuff about how bears show up, and I was like, really? And so I was wondering, well, if the bear, that must, that's why I need a dog, and I need to fence everything in. Now I know you just need to fence stuff in, because these little hens just start dropping eggs wherever they feel like, and then it's a real pile of work to go find them all. Let's see. Nice. Okay. There's our eggs for the day. That little guy it'll take a couple days for that to hatch. Chickens are about the only animals that you have that don't run for it all the time. I probably should have put this over right there or right here, given where this is. But, oh well, whatever. I'll live with that. Yeah, that's about it, because I'm going to have to start designing what I want my place to look like. So, I know it's only 6, but I'm going to call it a day. And then I'll save this video and start recording again for a second one. Let's go. I'm going to basically do roughly 2 days per video in this series, I believe. I think the timing works out so that these aren't too long. That's probably 30 minutes ish. So there you go.